Restrepo. Don't let that 40 fool you. He's one of the best route runners in this draft.
This dude is, ooh, that thing was nice. Comes in and he commands rooms and he commands places that he goes to. NFL rookie mini camps are ending around the league, and it seems that Cam Ward down there, the former #1 overall pick, is somehow finding himself to be more likable than he was when he was first picked. We know the story. A 0-star recruit goes to Incarnate Ward. He actually played in the wing T offense at high school. Everything was stacked against him. Then he goes to Wazoo and really starts putting a name on together, and then goes to Miami and puts together what cannot other be equated than a Heisman level and also #1 overall pick level season at Miami. And one more important thing about Miami is that he had a teammate, Mr. Restrepo, who didn't run the best 40 time, who didn't seem like the most explosive, who didn't seem like an NFL receiver, but Cam Ward made it known that that's his guy. So we're going to talk about him basically getting him on the team and lobbying ever since he got the phone call. Ever since he got the phone call from the Titans, the first thing he was worried about is making sure his guy was ready. So we're going to talk about that as well as his teammates at large speaking to Cam Ward and the impression that he's had on some of these guys. So let's hop right into it. We're going to hear or watch some throws. I couldn't see, there doesn't seem to be as many clips for the Titans. And this can go to the whole conversation of maybe Shador's a little overcovered or whatnot, or maybe Cam Ward is undercovered, but it was hard to find some real throws or anything. I found him getting some drills, you know what I'm saying, getting that bag work in. And here's the thing, Cam Ward's not in a competition right now. So I think that's where you kind of get the lack of videos, at least I could find specifically on Twitter. Twitter's my spot where I get my, what's it called? Oh, this is a little longer. Twitter is the spot that I get my clips and things from, and we know what he does with the ball in his hand. And as a Texans fan, if I could speak to this, I'm very upset that the Titans finally got what seems to be a capable quarterback, not just a capable quarterback, but more importantly, a quarterback that is clearly equipped for what the modern era of offenses are looking like, right? And deeper than that, right? He's a guy, right? He's not I don't think he's a Will Levis. Oh, he's a nice guy, whatever. This dude is, ooh, that thing was nice. He's going to be a what's called a passive leader. He's going to be a vocal leader. He's going to be someone leading through. Man, I just love watching him throw. Watching his ball come out is just nice and clean, man. Woo. Zipping and popping. Now he's a super sidearm. He loves to do that sidearm stuff, so that can get him in trouble sometimes. But I think especially this modern era of quarterbacks, they've mastered it in a really good way to make it happen. But it's just great to see him. This is actually a lot of throws. I didn't know I had this many throws in here. Okay, never mind. They're doing all types down there in Tennessee. They got people throwing off and doing all types of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just obviously making an impact. And here was. And this is from the team, by the way. The team posted this. And guess who? Mr. Restrepo. Now, we have to talk about Restrepo. We are going to go deeper into some of the things that, Cam Ward said about, wanting to recruit him and things like that. But I think even better than that is something that you have to say where people are saying that Xavier Restrepo was the first in line for wide receiver drills, and he has looked like the most polished. Oh, sorry. Did not mean to do that. That's interesting. Sorry. The most polished wide receiver out the gate. Again, this is an undrafted free agent. Not only is he undrafted free agent, Cam Ward literally had to beg the Titans to go ahead and pick up his guy, his safety blanket at Miami, his most proficient wide receiver at Miami. Again, I believe he ran like a 4.8 40. Like, it was disgusting. The 40 is terrible. He's not the tallest. He's not the fastest, but he's got short hands. And if you watch that Miami team, hey, if it was a clutch moment, he was going to go to Xavier Restrepo. And even though everybody knew he was going to Xavier Restrepo, nobody could stop it. So here is, this is on draft night. Him already talking about his guy. Remember, he's already putting the signals out there. This is before he could even get signed because the draft is still going on. This is what he had to say.
Xavier Restrepo.
Easy. Xavier Restrepo.
Don't let that 40 fool you. He's one of the best route runners in this draft.
Hey. So not only is he beat the drum there, but then we have some more. Obviously, after he got, he signed and everything to play with his teammate. Let's see what Cam Ward thought about that.
Nudge people to bring him aboard.
I did push for him. Every team that I visited with, I pushed for him. He's one of the best route runners in college football last year. His first team all conference. He's All-American. He never lost a man coverage. He's back-to-back top receiver, so I wouldn't be pushed for him.
Wow, that's hey, like that is I don't know how else you could say it. So not only is it on draft day, not only was it when he got his draft call, but as he was at his top 30 visits. And then let me talk about what it means to be that level of a quarterback, to not just, oh yeah, Xavier Restrepo, that's my guy. You talking about Xavier Restrepo, the All-American? You talking about the back-to-back 1,000-yard receiver even before I came? You talking about someone who's never won, like, hey, this isn't just a receiver I like, guys. If y'all want to know why he's good for a team, this isn't just a dude, oh, I like Xavier Restrepo. Also, he's a baller too. So if y'all can't recognize that, y'all better recognize that. And the Titans were smart to go ahead and say, hey, we can't draft him. We can at least give him a chance. And that's clearly starting to pay off as people are saying that he is the most polished wide receiver out there. And like you see, like, and this is just, by the way, I want you to know, this was just like a random whatever, just, here's wide receiver drills. And he's literally leading every single one of these. The undrafted free agent, first in line everywhere, setting the pace, setting the tone, right? And if you don't know, like, again, I don't know, depending on sport, if you play football, to my athletes out there, it's nerve-wracking, especially for football, to be the first on a route, because the route first in a drill, because the coach is gonna fuck with you. Like if you don't do it right, oh yeah, do it again. It's cut. Like he gonna he gonna spaz on you, and then you're gonna figure it out, and then everyone else gets to look. Oh, okay, that's what we're supposed to be doing. All right, bet, and then everybody else makes it smooth. So he's embracing that. He knows what that is. He's putting that on his shoulder and saying, look, hey, I'm a guy. I'm not just here because Cam Ward noticed that I'm really good at football player. I'm good because everybody should notice that I'm a great football player. So this is everything. This is all of the rookie teammates. This is what they have had to say about Cam Ward so far.
Just new guys to surround yourself with. Great culture guys like Cam and Xavier, and obviously Fem on defense.
What impressions of Cam after getting a run with him for a couple days?
Yeah, he's been great. He's just a great leader, super easy to talk to, super easy to connect with, super easy to communicate with on the field. We've been coming in and watching some film in the morning time with some of the other receivers and obviously Xavier, but the chemistry is just beginning to click for all of us, and it's super fun to be out there with them.
How's it been like to work with Cam over the course of the past couple of days?
It's been great, yeah. It's he gets the ball out really fast, which is great, and it's something that I have to get used to for sure. And so I'm excited to work with him in the future.
What's the biggest adjustment you have to make to that effect on your end?
Oh, you just have to be ready. You know that he's going to be on time every time, and so you have to have that in mind every time. Like if you're late, you're late, and because he's not going to be late.
Every time?
Yeah, he's going to be on time every time.
What was it like on the one rep? You ran and the ball was a little low. You dropped it, and he kind of like pointed out, "My bad," and made you do the rep again. What kind of is that? What kind of leadership and all does that show from him? Kind of like that.
Yeah. You just got to get it while it's hot, is what we say. If there's something that's wrong with the rep, you just run it back so you make sure you get it right and move on from it.
Is there anything unique to how you and Cam so far have come together, like from what you've seen before, as far as working with a quarterback and learning the scheme and just getting to know him?
Yeah, I think we're just trying to work through it and just, put as much time as we can into it. And that's really all you can do. And so I've been happy to do that with him so far.
What have been your initial impressions of Cam, and how have you enjoyed working with him the past couple of days?
Yeah, I think he's exactly what people think he is. I think that, he's a really good leader. He has that presence on the field when he's out there. Then he's really talented. He throws the ball really well, just like you'd expect him to.
When you ran early at Hurricane, you're a Gator. What was that like?
He gave me a little stuff, but not too much. We're Titans now, so that's all that matters.
You said Cam has that presence about him on the field. What about how he acts gives you that impression?
Yeah, I think it's just he does things the right way, like he comes in the building early, works hard, and at the same time he has that confidence. You know what I mean? He knows the work he puts in, and what he's capable of doing. But at the same time, he knows he has to work hard and continue to improve. And I think that rubs off on everybody else.
That process, getting to know quarterback, you had to do that quickly last year with Mertz and Lagway, two quarterbacks. And what was the key to doing that, and what did you learn from there that you could roll forward to getting that relationship with Cameron?
Yeah, I think it's kind of twofold, right? Like being detailed in the playbook, understanding kind of the entire scheme, and then also just be willing to put the time in. That communication between the quarterback and the receivers. I already talked to Cam. I was like, do whatever you need me to do. I'm gonna go out there and do my best to do that and execute that. And Cam's been great working with us receivers, and I'm excited to continue to work with him and then get with the veteran guys and learn from them as well.
So you can see that, like, and I do want to preface this by saying that, look, Ricky Guys, this is the #1 guy. You should be nice, and you should, you want to be positive about the guy who's, technically going to be here, even if you're not here, right? You know what I'm saying? But I think bigger than that is the conversation of, the person that Cam Ward has been for a long time, right? He's somebody who continues to impact teammates on and off the field in a majority of ways. And you saw that, like, hey, he's the first here. He's early. He's taking accountability, right? That level and mixture of holding himself to a high standard. Not only is he a vocal leader, but he's also a non-vocal leader, right? So being able to lead through both your actions and vocally, right? Because people get real tired of a dude who just yells and hollers and whatever, but clearly he's not the same person, or he's not the person doing the things that you would contribute to being successful, or at least the things that he's laying out, right? So that the fact that Cam Ward in the first weekend of these rookies, of these undrafted, of these tryout guys is like, hey man, I'm messing up here, but this is where we're gonna be great here. This is what we're gonna do here. This is how we're gonna find new ways. And we haven't even gotten to the real camp. We haven't gotten to the full teammate thing. So in the same way, I know we've been doing plenty of videos about Shador and XYZ, about his teammates liking him. It seems like undoubtedly Cam Ward has won over there in Tennessee. I think Tennessee deserves this, even though I'm a Texans fan. I hate that y'all took my Oilers. I hate that y'all wear our Oilers uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably never gonna win against the Texans ever. But other than that, I'm sure y'all gonna be great. I'm sure everything's gonna be phenomenal. Here is some Titans rookie camp, mini camp observations. So Cam Ward can sling it, and he's all business. I mean, there you go. Xavier Restrepo will be the most hyped up undrafted free agent in franchise history. Buckle up. Hey, there you go. This is one of the most collectively mature draft classes he's seen, and says Gunnar Helm's confidence, a Texas guy, is going all the way up through the roof. I really like Gunnar Helm. If I could park it for a second, we are gonna close it out. And speak on Cam Ward in this little throwback interview. But yeah, I like Gunnar Helm a lot. And what I like is that, because I enjoy Cam Ward, I like that they've surrounded him with a combination. What it really looks like is a security guys, right? I feel like we wait until quarterbacks get a little more mature to get a security guy, right? But Restrepo's going to do that. A tight end like Gunnar Helm, who is a great receiver and can block and can do it. I love watching Gunnar Helm. I loved watching him when he was with us, because I feel like he's that prototypical tight end, right? Especially when you're talking about the modern age. He can block, he can get down and dirty, but he can run a route. And not only can he run a route, but again, that safety blanket is, he's really good at bailing quarterbacks out and helping out Quinn Ewers of the worlds to make sure he do that. I think he's going to do the same thing for Cam as things move forward. But let's end it here with a throwback interview. Now his is 2021, interviewed Cam Ward at Incarnate Ward FCS, a humble kid who had not been heavily recruited out of high school. This is what he's talking about.
Since you weren't very highly recruited coming out of high school, do you think that kind of put a chip on your shoulder to be even better once you got to school?
All the coaches who told me no, all the schools who passed on me, just made me work harder when I got on campus.
And if he can accomplish this much as a freshman, Ward is excited for the potential growth.
I just want to get to, recognize his defenses more in coverages. And also a goal of mine is to win the Walter Payton Player of the Year.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that at the FCS level. Big stuff happening for Cam Ward. Big things on the horizon for Cam Ward. You know what I'm saying? I just really think that he's set up for success. I think the Titans did a good job setting him up for success. Sadly, as a Texans fan, but I really wish the best for him. Y'all let me know down below in the comments, how do you think the Titans are going to do? Do you think it's going to be instant, updates? Obviously, CJ Stroud standing in your way, son. Is there any other videos you want to see? Any other rookie camps that you want me to go ahead and recap? Any teams that you're interested? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. I cannot thank y'all enough for all the support of these last few days. Y'all been going crazy. Lots of new viewers, new subscribers, and things like that. Again, I just want to thank y'all so much. And if you're enjoying the video, go ahead and like it. Dislike it if you don't like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that. Hit the bell icon while you're there. Continue to be great, because you're great. And then last thing, it's like a post credit scene. Let me know who your NFL and your college football teams are down below. I'm at University of Texas and Texans. Yeah, man, that's what we do around here. Y'all let me know down below. Keep being great. We know you're great. We'll see you next time, man.